You already know walking is good for you. Everybody knows that. It's the thing your doctor says when they've run out of things to say. It's boring, but here's what nobody told you. The simple act of putting one foot in front of the other can physically regrow a part of your brain that shrinks with age, drain the dangerous pressure building silently behind your eyes before it steals your sight, and, listen to me, it can beat running at protecting you from the exact diseases quietly killing most of the people watching this right now. That's not a motivational slogan. That's a lab in California, a study out of Pittsburgh, 150,000 tracked human beings. 10 things happen inside your body when you walk every single day. Some of them sound impossible. The science proves everyone, and I'm saving the biggest, the one that rebuilds your actual mind, for the end, along with the exact protocol that makes all of this fire at full power. So stay with me, because here's the thing you have to understand first. Your body is not a static object slowly wearing out. It's a machine that runs on signals. And motion is the master signal. A sitting body isn't resting, it's decaying. A still body is a body dissolving quietly, one stagnant hour at a time. Walking is the reset button. Let me prove it to you, system by system, from the ground up. Start with your skeleton. You think bones are dead scaffolding. They're not. Bone is living tissue, and it obeys one brutal law. Wolff's Law, use it or lose it. Every time your heel strikes the ground, that impact sends a tiny electrical charge through the bone. It's called the piezoelectric effect, and it's real engineering happening inside your leg. That charge tells your body to lay down new bone, to fortify, to build armor. Stop walking, and the signal stops, and your skeleton starts surrendering the minerals it spent years collecting. This is how osteoporosis wins, not through attack, but through silence. Walking is the order that keeps your armor forged. Now go up to your spine. Here's a mechanism they never explain. The discs between your vertebrae, those shock-absorbing cushions, have almost no blood supply. None. So how do they eat? How do they get nutrients? One way: movement. Every step compresses and releases them like a sponge, pumping fluid and nutrients in, flushing waste out. Sit all day and those discs starve. They dry out, they stiffen, they crack. That's the rusty hinge, the joint that seizes because nothing's oiling it. And walking is the oil. Remember that pump, because you're going to see it again. Keep climbing. Your gut. Your intestines are a muscle, a long coiling muscle that moves food through you with a wave called peristalsis, and that muscle gets lazy when you're still. Walking physically agitates the whole system, waking up peristalsis, moving things along, which is why a walk after a meal does more for your digestion than any supplement on the shelf. It's the same principle as the spine, remember? The pump. Nothing in your body wants to sit still. Everything in there was built to be moved. Your lungs. Every walk forces deeper breathing, expands lung capacity, trains the muscles around your ribs to pull more oxygen with less effort. And more oxygen means more fuel delivered to every cell downstream, the brain, the heart, the muscle. You're not just breathing. You're upgrading the intake valve on the whole engine, and everything the engine feeds runs cleaner because of it. Now here's where it gets shocking. Your eyes. There's a silent thief called glaucoma. Tens of millions of people living with it, and most don't feel a thing until the vision is already gone. It's driven by pressure building inside the eyeball, a dam quietly filling. And researchers have found that regular aerobic movement, walking, is associated with lower pressure inside the eye. You're draining the dam with your legs. Nobody tells you that the muscles in your calves are helping protect the cells in your retina, but the connection is real, and the thief works in the dark, so you move in the light. And I want you to hold on to that phrase, the silent thief, because almost everything I'm about to tell you follows the same pattern. A threat that builds quietly, invisibly, while you sit, and a fix that's already in your legs. Now, your heart. This is the one everyone expects. Walking is good for your heart, yeah, we've heard it. But here's the part that flips your whole intuition. A study out of Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory tracked tens of thousands of walkers against tens of thousands of runners. And when they matched the energy burned, walking reduced the risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and heart disease just as much as running, and in some measures, more. Let me repeat that. Walking matched running. The thing you were told was the lazy option is a stealth bomber. Low impact, joint-friendly, sustainable for life, and just as powerful at the thing that matters most. Harder isn't better. Consistent is better. And if this is already rewiring how you see your own body, hit subscribe right now, because the #1 benefit at the end is the one that changes everything, and I don't want you to miss it, because we're getting to the organ that controls your blood sugar, Your pancreas. Type 2 diabetes is exploding, and it starts with insulin resistance, your cells going deaf to the signal that clears sugar from your blood. Here's the mechanism nobody explains. When you walk, your muscles pull glucose straight out of your bloodstream without even needing insulin. They just grab it and burn it. This is why a short walk after eating, even 2 to 5 minutes, blunts the blood sugar spike dramatically. Researchers have confirmed it again and again. You are manually lowering your blood sugar with your feet. No prescription, no needle, just motion. And that same motion is quietly fighting something bigger. The evidence linking regular walking to lower rates of colon cancer is strong, partly through that gut motility we just talked about, partly through lowered inflammation and better insulin control. The silent killers, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, certain cancers, all share one enemy, a body that moves every day. Now, your muscles. Every step is a contraction, and every contraction is a signal to preserve and rebuild the muscle you'd otherwise lose with age. After 40, you shed muscle silently. It's called sarcopenia, and muscle is the engine of your metabolism. Walking keeps that engine lit, but here's the one I've been holding: your brain. For a long time, we believed the adult brain was fixed. You get what you get, and it only declines from there. Wrong. Researchers at the University of Pittsburgh took older adults and had them walk regularly for a year, and their hippocampus, the seahorse-shaped structure at the center of memory, the exact region that shrinks in aging and Alzheimer's, physically grew. It got bigger. They effectively rolled back a couple of years of age-related decline by walking. The mechanism is a molecule called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it as fertilizer for your neurons. Walking floods your brain with it. You are growing your mind by moving your legs. Let that land. And that brings me to number one, the most personal one: your mood, your fight against the heaviness so many people carry. A body in forward motion and a mind sunk in depression are, biologically, almost incompatible states, because walking clears cortisol, the stress hormone that pools in a stagnant body, releases endorphins, and floods you with that same BDNF. A large analysis published in JAMA Psychiatry found that just a couple of hours of brisk walking a week was associated with significantly lower risk of depression. Not erased, and nobody here is telling you to walk away from your doctor or your treatment. But motion is medicine your body manufactures for free, and most people never fill the prescription. So here's the deal. Comment, "I'm walking," below, right now, so I know who's actually serious, who's going to do this and not just nod along. Hit like, because it spreads this to someone who needs it. And subscribe with notifications on, because we are just getting started uncovering the things your body does that nobody ever bothers to explain. Now the payoff? The protocol. I call it the 3F system: frequency, flow, and feet. Frequency, every single day, non-negotiable, because these are signals, and signals need repetition. Aim for around 7,000 steps and build from there. Flow, pace matters. Walk fast enough that you could talk but not comfortably sing. That's the sweet spot where the heart and brain benefits switch on. Time it. About 30 minutes of that brisk flow. And feet, real shoes, actual support, because the rusty hinge doesn't need more pounding. 3 orders on top of that. Drink water before you go, because circulation runs on fluid. Swing your arms, it raises the burn and engages your spine's pump. And walk at the same time each day because your body loves rhythm and rewards it. That's it. That's the whole machine. You have the diagnosis, stagnation is decay. You have the cure, motion is repair. And now you have the exact method. Your biology was never as fixed as they told you it was. The next step is, quite literally, a step. Take it today.